Okay, let's get into it. Y'all know what time it is. If you if this is your first time here, welcome. So glad to have you here. I'm about to put the pedal to the metal today. So I've been pretty much really like building this whole architecture system, productization of building enterprise grade agentic systems. And just to say, I made a fair amount of mistakes so far, and now I feel like I'm at the, or I'm closer to the place. You know, being a perfectionist, I'm just never gonna feel like I'm really there for real, for real. It's always tweaking to do, always, stuff to shave off. You feel me? So today I'm actually going to build an entire system from start to finish, literally from like a beginner can watch this and then be able to like do the same thing I'm doing. So glad to have y'all here. Just putting it together. Okay. Oh, let me share my screen. How's everyone doing today? So glad to have you guys here. Yo, what's up, my guy? Hey, what's going on, family? You all right? Yeah, I've been vibing, bro. I've been vibing. Yeah, I really been doing just like I ain't gonna lie. I've been doing just like I said. I just been like trying to structure the delivery of these systems because they're coming so fast now. People are finally realizing like AI is not only beneficial, but it can work a lot. See, in the beginning, and still is till right now, a lot of businesses are not using AI. A lot of people are not using AI to actually make any money or save any time. Really, a lot of people are just using it really to kind of entertain themselves, or maybe just think of a book title or think of some post like or response to someone. Come on, I can't be spilling my coffee now. So I'm saying, what you been up to though, bro? What's your plans for the day? What you got going on? Let me share my screen. I gotta make sure y'all can actually see the screen though. Like I wanted to be bigger for y'all. I'm sorry. I would probably have to get out of the way. Oh, it's 8 o'clock. Where you at? Oh, is that even sleepy? Okay, let's go ahead and get into it. We'll remove that. We'll remove this for now. We'll keep this. And then what we'll do here is we'll start out by making us a folder, okay, in our local environment. If you guys don't know what local environment is, that's just your computer, okay? So you have a local or a computer that is right next to you, and then you have obviously the cloud, the internet, and stuff like that. So when I say you're gonna make a folder locally, you're just gonna come here to your PC. You can either click this PC, you can put on your Windows if you want to, put it directly on your computer. I like to always obviously have a jump drive or hard drive, or I don't know like the proper. It's either HDD or SDD. I don't know. Okay, so we're gonna be doing something for a construction company today. Okay, nice. So we'll make the folder here, and this is where our code will live. This is where our whole system will live. This is where everything will go down. Okay, so when we get into our IDE, aka when we get into where we're going to code, the agent now has a solid place or a house, if you want to think of it like that, a house to actually do work in, or a house to build up. Okay, so we'll click open folder. We'll go down. We'll click our folder here. I was up so late last night, but I was up till like 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, bro. Really trying to hone my skills on the AI image generation and AI video generation, but do it all from my computer instead of having to go to the cloud. Okay, so we'll go ahead and select that folder here. We'll just click later. We won't do that right now. So in any IDE, okay, if you don't know what an IDE is, let's go ahead and put that out there. My boy out in Finland. Hey. So if you guys don't know, I think it's like development environment or something. Integrated development environment, okay? Integrated development environment. So IDE, aka your toolbox, okay? This is your toolbox. This is where you work at. This is your station. This is your desk. All right. And this is where you can communicate with different agents, have the agents Claude code, like whatever you want to use, be able to do what it do. Now you can use Codex, you can use VS Code, Cursor, all those types, and absolutely phenomenal. And to be completely honest with you, I believe some of those solutions are better than anti-gravity, but once me personally, I'm a little bit more traditional than most people. Once I get to like one thing, I kind of like to like get very good at using this particular tool. I still use VS Code here and there, Codex here and there. But because I started here, I want to get deep here first and then, branch out. So like being an entrepreneur, that's just like a what do you want to call that? That's like a that is a gift and a curse when you're an entrepreneur and you have the ability and the skills to really do whatever it is that you want to do. A lot of times we end up doing or trying and attempting to actually do everything that we want to do. And then we end up not ever going deep enough into one field in order to actually reap the benefits or see an actual ROI from your time. As I am getting older, okay, I'm no longer a YN, you feel me? God, I can't believe I'm a But now that I'm getting older, the value of my time is much more than money. Okay, so I am so willing to make that trade to buy back my time, because as people get older, as humans get older, your time is what matters the most, because you're not getting that back. And that is like a burning candle. All right. So in anti-gravity, you got the ability to first use Gemini over here or any of the other large language models to be able to actually plan out your build. Okay. And I always recommend that you always plan out your build, period, point blank. But you can also come here. I just double clicked in there and you can click here to actually open up your Claude code. But if you don't have Claude code already in your IDE, then you just go over here to extensions. Where is that at? Extensions right here. And then you can just type it in here, Claude code, and then you'll click here and then you'll be able to install it. Now, I also have Klein. Klein enables me to use my local small language model. Okay. I'm not going to get too deep into that today. I'm actually going to do a completely different video where I'm going to actually vibe code an entire system from my small language model particularly. But for now, we're just going to do, we're going to do it in the cloud using frontier models. Okay, so like I said, I have already actually planned out this build in its entirety. And the reason why I was able to do that is because I have, skills, so many skills that enable vibe coders to be able to really produce and engineer production grade systems. Okay. where I seen a lot of my mistakes coming from was I did not understand architecture, system design, and I didn't understand layers when it comes to building systems. Okay, I was just feature focused. Where, oh, what if it could do this? Or damn, what if it could do that? And I would just vibe code that feature, but then not think about the completeness of a feature or a completeness of a workflow or a process. And that's kind of like the mindset that you want to have moving forward in this agentic economy that we are already here in. If you don't know we're here yet, you got some catching up to do. You got some catching up to do. You got some catching up to do. Okay, so all right. First and foremost, y'all, we're going to get to the builds. So what I do is I actually send the clients a proposal, okay? And in that proposal, once they agree to the proposal, they have an intake form that they can use to then be able to like give me all the information that I need to start building. So I don't like to here, I'll show it to you guys. I don't like to do too much. I don't like to do too much back and forth when it comes to building these systems for businesses, because a lot of times these people don't understand tech, they don't know tech. So where I would, let's just say, have just a little bit of difficulty or friction, I don't really ever consider anything hard. You feel me? I'm the hardest. You feel me? I'm gonna do it. Is being able to compact advanced like methods and strategies and just like make it understandable, make it clear to business owners. Okay, I always like to tell people, especially different members in my community, that you always want to lean more on being clear than being clever. Yes, it is so good that you understand the system, you understand coding, you understand all of that, but in order to make money with this, you have to go to the people that don't really understand this and then enable them to understand it. Okay, and that in itself is a skill. So I usually create them a proposal, and then like I said, they get the intake form where they can just complete these questions, and once they complete these questions and fill it out, the information automatically gets sent to me, and then it can enable the build, is what I like to say. So I got the answers to his questions. Oh, let me pull them up. Oh, let me pull them up. Let me pull them up. Did I start? I be having so many emails, y'all. Where fam at? Uh, uh, where? No, that's not who I'm looking for. Okay, here it is. Okay, great. So here are his answers. So in the beginning of all builds, we want to make sure that we got the foundation correct. So what we're going to do is, I always do not do this if you are beginning and this is your first time, or you're not. like me, you feel me? You ain't built like that yet, you feel me? Still wet behind the ears. Don't do this, but you can bypass permissions. I know how to and when to bypass permissions, but I also have the proper guardrails in place for my agents so that they don't just like run wild. Okay, that's one of the biggest things with vibe coding, period, point blank, is that you have to have some form of structure for your agents. This, think about this for a second. Let's just say that you have all of the knowledge ever created in data that has ever been created or put out there from day one of human history to right now. If someone tells you something like, hey, I need you to build me a system for a construction company, you have so much data in your mind that you're literally going to do like everything that you believe is the right thing to do. And a lot of times, vibe coding allows agents to run wild. And then you wonder why, like down the road, a button doesn't work. You got some security issues, which is very, very important when it comes to building enterprise grade systems. That's why I try to tell people, like, hey, it is okay if you're gonna vibe code some stuff for yourself. But if you're vibe coding like systems for actual businesses, like you have to have it's regulations in that, okay? And you don't want to just like give someone a system that has some security issues, because then you're putting not only your business at risk, but you're also putting their business at risk, their clients' data, like all that type of stuff. So I ended up actually developing a system for financial services, and I tell you that there was hard. Okay, so right here, to in order to pull up the settings within Claude Code, you just push this slash, or you type slash, and then you have your your settings coming up. So here up top, you have the ability to attach a file, obviously, because this is a multimodal large language model, which means that it can see and hear and type text. And then you have the model to choose. Now, understand that Opus is the frontier model of Claude or Anthropic. The government just shut down Fable 5, which was like, God sent for us vibe coders. All right. But they shut it down pretty quickly. And we're still left with Opus. Opus is absolutely phenomenal. But in order to understand context and tokens and trying to reduce your costs, that is why you will have to understand which model would be best for which task. Okay, so bringing everything locally, which means not using Claude for my large language model, but using the language model that I have on my actual computer, that enables me to not have to pay Claude all day, every day to use, their models. And I can use, models that are on my desktop or on my computer for certain tasks. Okay. So Opus is the premier. You want to use that pretty much for any type of multi-step situations or processes or workflows where the instructions are not clear. Okay, if the instructions are clear and the agent has step by step, hey, do this, then do that. If this happens, don't do this and do that and stop right here and then ask for me, then you can use Sonnet for sure. Haiku, you kind of want to only use for text generation. So you want to use something like Sonnet to be able to, or Opus to be able to develop or plan out the let's say the action or the phase or whatever you're doing, and then you just want to have Haiku like go through and create the copy, generate the copy and stuff like that. Okay, so for this first part, I'm definitely going to use Opus. Click slash here, and I'm going to load up a skill which is called the I forgot what skill I made. I think it was harness. Nah, it's called not harness engineering. Not the grill me, which is an absolutely phenomenal skill. If you guys don't know, Not deep research. Where is it at? So skills are just like tools, you guys. If you guys have ever had or heard about people giving their agents tools, skills are the Claude and Anthropic's terminology for those tools, and pretty much a set of instructions for the agent to follow for a particular task. So let's just say we want to design something. Okay, we will use the design sync. Let's just say we want to find some skills. We would use this. Let's say we want to do some type of front end design. Front end is what you see either from your phone or on the computer screen. You have two parts of system software. You got the front end, you got the back end. Okay. Front end is what you see. The back end is kind of like the piping and how everything goes together. Is it harness engineering? Oh yeah, it's harness engineering. Okay. Yep, that's it, y'all. And here, I'm gonna give y'all these skills too, so don't worry about it. I got this skill called live verification, bro. It's so dope. So what I get the agent to do is after it goes through and does everything that it says it's gonna do, well then I say, hey, load up the live verification, and what it does is it actually pulls up the browser or whatever it is, actually clicks the buttons, figure out if anything is not working correctly or erroring out, and then it corrects it, but then it also screen records it. Okay, so after all the fixes are done, it screen records it and then generates me a video. Let me show it to you guys. I think it's in here. Yeah, right here. So I can just play one of these for you.
First fix, hiding the hero call to action button. Some advisors do not want a calendar booking button on their landing page. We added a hide toggle to the hero settings, so a single switch removes the book a consultation button from the hero completely. Second fix, the legible footer. The footer text used to render at 20% opacity, almost invisible on the dark background. We changed it to a solid muted gray, so the firm name, locations, and disclaimer are now clearly readable. Third fix, editable stat values. The stat numbers were auto-generated and often wrong. Now every stat has a free text value field, so the advisor can type any number or label they want.
So that's what I mean. And yes, that is one of my systems you guys were just watching. It's really like a dream come true for me to be doing this type of work. Okay. I sometimes a lot of people like to make it seem as if it's just like super glamorous like that. But if you're not willing to sit in the chair for like 12 to 16 hours per day, every day, then I wouldn't recommend this for you. Okay. I just told myself I need a new chair. My homeboy said that he said if he ever opened up my wallet, it would be dust and flies coming out because he says I never opened it. I sure don't. No, sir, but I got to shade that little, you don't want shade, I can't spit it all. We got people in mouths to feed around here. Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's go ahead and give it the information it needs. I'll go ahead and give it this entire, I'll actually create a document for them. That's docs.new. If you guys didn't know that little trick, if you want to pull up a Google doc, you just put docs.new into the URL. Okay. Yeah, this is a dream come true for me, to be honest with you. Where I was just in a position, or I was just, let's just say, on a forced vacation, a forced long 7-year vacation. I used to literally be coding by notebook, fam. Literally by a notebook and a pencil. Like, So it was hard for me to ever be able to actually check my coding. But if you think actual manual coding is tedious, think about writing out the code, writing out all the symbols and the, oh man. And if you guys don't know, also let me go ahead and get y'all some sauce. Stock Traders Almanac 2026. We definitely have put ourselves in pretty good positions, and when it comes to our portfolio, that's very important, you guys, that you guys are investing in the stock market. You don't have to trade. Get off that nigga shit thinking that you finna. Nothing comes easy, bro. Nothing comes easy. Nothing comes quick. If anybody ever says anything like, "Oh, you finna make a quick dollar, you finna make a quick buck, or get rich quick scheme," bro, cut that shit out, bro. Cut that shit out, bro. I am going to go on record telling you I have tried every get rich quick scheme, every single one of them. Bitch, I've been trying to blow and get rich my whole life. No cap, bro. And it ain't damn no bitch. Hey, for real. I'm finna buy that cheese. Man, I'm finna try that shit, bro. That shit ain't work, bro. That shit ain't work, bro. That shit ain't work. That shit ain't work. That shit ain't work, bro. This shit take time. This shit take effort. Yeah, bro. You just got to put that work in, bro. Okay, so I'm gonna download this as a TXT file. Well, why would I download it as a TXT file, aka text file? Well, large language models have, or they're more effective when, let's say, ingesting or parsing is the proper name for it. So you guys give me a little parsing. What does parsing data mean? So the process of breaking down raw, unstructured information. And when it comes to parsing data, large language models are better at interpreting and downloading the data from a text file than maybe like a PDF or a Word doc, and, shit like that. So, okay, we just downloaded that. And here we already have Opus asking me questions because that is what this skill does. The harness engineering skill, it actually first starts out with what we like to call a grill session, where it's going to ask you all the questions that it needs to know in order to begin to build, or effectively begin to build. The number two, I'm always kind of say number one because I just feel like every mistake I make is a number one mistake for vibe coders. But one of the biggest mistakes vibe coders do is they're just too ambiguous with a deterministic tool. So computers are deterministic, ones and zeros, y'all. Ones and zeros. That's the only thing this thing understands. Now that we have the ability to talk to it in regular language, it still takes our regular language and breaks everything down to ones and zeros. You have what we like to call bits, BITS. Excuse me while I do this, y'all, because I'm actually going to turn this into a YouTube long form YouTube video, so people can just skip certain sections if you guys already know this information. But it's important just a little bit. So we got bits and bytes. Okay, so we got 8 bits makes 1 byte. Okay, so every 1 and every 0 is a bit. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to go ahead and inject. I wish I could. I'm just going to, should I just do? You know what? This is what I'm going to do first. Okay. I'm going to tell it to first digest this document. Okay. Digest this document and then start the engineering description for whatever you need help with, for whatever is unclear from the document. Okay, I just did something I rarely do anymore either, y'all, and that's type to Claude or large language models. I always speak now, obviously, because of speed. All right, I can speak a lot quicker than I can type. So, whew, what a beautiful day. Let's go ahead and get control of these windows, because I like to stay somewhat organized. Somewhat organized. I be having so many screens up, 2 screens, and then I got like a extended long screen, so I have multiple windows on there. Shit go to getting crazy after a while. Okay, so what we're doing right now, y'all. My boy out there in Finland. Bro said I been sleepy. Bro that went to sleep out there, dude. Okay. So this company actually has like multiple locations, and where I am headed when it comes to, you know, the agentic workforce economy that we're headed in is those that are able to get in with local businesses or businesses period, and actually develop a small language model that is trained on that specific business or that data will be the ones that will survive this next influx of economy, like this next kind of like washout. I am still a huge fan of AI resistant businesses, okay? Cleaning companies, moving companies, plumbing, electrician, beauty for sure. So that's like med spas and doing hair and cutting hair and stuff like that. No matter how much you see on your timeline or wherever, the technological advancing of robots and stuff like that. Like it ain't gonna never see. Let me tell you something about my edge. You heard me, y'all. See, at that place I had went to for that long 7 years, yeah, they weren't super highly skilled, or I didn't have access to the super highly skilled barbers all the time. So yeah, my shit a little, it might be a little, you know what I'm saying, tight, push back a little peak. So yeah, I ain't letting no robot touch this edge. Ooh, yes, sir, not me. Definitely not. Okay, so right now it's going through its thing, reading the document, getting everything together, understanding what's going on. It's they going to different stuff. Aha! You see how smart that is. So it was able to recognize that. Come on, fam, what happened to my camera, bro? See, that's what I mean, bro. Sometimes the camera be messing up, bro, and I don't be understanding why. But I honestly think it's my To be honest with you, I really think it's my cord, bro. Like I don't think my cord is properly. I'm saying, damn, niggas spend money on their goddamn cord, bro. For real, Best Buy, Geek Squad, Face App, what? Damn. No matter what, it's always fucking up. Okay. And that's another thing. Like you can't, bro. Once that shit goes off, bro, you cannot get it back. That shit be crazy. Like I got to like start or stop the stream and then go back. That shit crazy, bro. Okay, so for right now, I'm gonna just keep it like this for right now, y'all. I'm sorry for those who wanted to see my handsome face. Okay, looks like we are done with the. Let's see what we got here. You know what I need to know how to do for y'all? I need to be able to know. Hold on, y'all. My why? Just the why, y'all. What's up, dude?
Oops. Hello. What are you doing?
I'm doing a stream. I'm building for the first time today, start to finish, a complete system
in one day.
In
1 day, you're gonna complete the system in 1 day.
In 1 day.
With substance and aesthetics.
Ooh.
That's crazy.
That's fam.
What time is it? Is it 1 o'clock? Is it 2 o'clock your time?
It's 2 o'clock, fam. It's 2 o'clock, fam.
So wait, you have how many hours do you
have? To finish it?
Yes.
I ain't going to sleep until I do.
Does that count as the full day, or is it when you go to sleep, then the day is over?
When I go to sleep.
Okay, I'll take that.
So
I'm just calling to say hi. There's no customers now.
Oh, for real? Okay.
Customer ever since we hung up the phone.
That's crazy. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and pause the stream right quick.
No, go back, cause you on the time limit.
Okay, but we still got what's it called, fam? No, ain't nobody that love you. I mean, what? So you finna still look at the schedule and then put all of your inputs and now just give them to me now.
Okay.
So you gonna run it?
Know what's going on?
You gonna run it now from the 4 to 6? We on 4 to 6 months, right?
Okay.
So you can look in there. It's because it got broken down from the quarter to the monthly to the weekly to the day, and that day is really what you're looking for, I think.
Yeah, I can't see the day.
Wow, what happened?
I don't know. The calendar view is messed up. It's okay. I'm gonna still look at it and come with my stuff. I feel like somebody about to walk in. That's why I was saying bye.
No, you trying to manifest them in though right now, but stop playing them.
Watch, you gonna hear it. It's gonna go.
Well, that's another thing I got. I got this SBA. I had sent it to you. It's not necessary for you to go through it, but if you want to, it's good information. It's about how we gonna get funding for building these systems.
Where'd you send it to?
All of your emails. I usually like to send them to all of them.
When did you send it? Today?
Nah, this was June 20th.
Okay, I need to go find that.
But I just forwarded it again. No worries. I just forwarded it again. But it's the entire plan of getting the funding and how we're gonna get the funding and stuff like that.
Okay, I'm gonna check that out after I come with my notes for the
4 to 6 months.
Oh, I got it. Yes, sir.
Okay, I love you. Have a good day, baby.
You.
All right.
I'll call you back soon. Bye.
Okay, so let's go ahead and go through these questions, y'all. Let's first read what the AI did, what he thought, what it got going on. Tire approach on the harness. Exactly. So per law number 5, separation of layers, and law number 7, subtraction, construction IQ is a new vertical on the mini-me harness. Exactly. So we inherit the tendency. Now, what this is, y'all, tendency is when you build a system that does not enable other people or other users to see other users' information. So where we take it for granted being consumers, that if I get on this platform or I'm in my emails that no one else can read it, like real engineering and system design has to be done for that to operate and function correctly. As we know, just as AI is giving us the ability to do like amazing things, it's also giving those that, you know, Acha, Acha thugging. It also gives them opportunity to use AI to, you know, do what they do in their life. So the structure and the design of the systems behind whatever you see on the screen is very important, especially when it comes to data privacy. Okay, so we inherit tendency or RLS, which is role level security. Role level security, all that is for database. Okay, so your database, how secure is your database? How secure are your rows? How secure are your columns? When you enter information somewhere, or you insert some data somewhere, where does it go? Does it go to the right place? Is it querying correctly? How are your SQL scripts? Stuff like that. Audit logs, very, very important. Why are audit logs important? Oh, well, because moving forward, we are allowing AI to do a lot of like execute a lot of actions on our behalf. Listen, we need to know what the fuck you doing. All right? I need to know what you did, when you did it, why you did it, what is it that you said, um was there any errors? What happened when an error happened? What did you do when that error happened? Did you have any retry logic? Like after it fucked up, or if an error occurred, did you try to like retry it? Because that's important, not only for just system design, but let's just say you got an agent out there that may be doing some types of transactions for you. Let's say it runs into an error. Um, if you're just spending like maybe a couple dollars, if this agent retries a few times, you might not feel it. But if you spending some bands and then your agent doesn't have the proper system or harness around it to stop it from retrying 1,000 times, yeah, you're gonna wake up not a happy man. You're gonna wake up not a happy man when you get on that Robin Hood and you see all that motherfucking shit gone. You know, spit that shit on XRP or something. Found that shit on XRP, boy. That boy trying to get rich, boy. Oh, sir, boy, your agent trying to get rich on your ass. But that's just me talking shit. So audit logs are very, very important when you're building these systems, you guys, especially for businesses. You want to make sure that your agents' actions are transparent and can be seen. Now, like I said, my first actual super big, huge software build that just got valued at $8.5 million was in financial services. Boy, I ain't know a fuck thing about system design, architecture, audits, and all. What? Why did I do that, y'all? It just seemed like I just always be picking the hard way to do shit. Oh my goodness. I always bite off more than I can chew, but I really thank myself for like being okay with not being okay. Being okay, not knowing something, but also knowing that I'm going to figure it out. Like I'm not going to get to a point where I can't understand something and I don't know what the hell is going on, and then I'm going to quit. Like, nah, I ain't a computer ain't getting the best of me. Okay, audit log. Agent orchestration, obviously that's something very important, as we have multiple agents within an umbrella, and we want to make sure that each agent has particular roles, that they aren't stepping on nobody's toes, that this agent knows what it is, what it can and cannot do, which is just as important. That whenever you are giving agents or their sub agent instructions, that you not only tell it everything that it can do, but you also tell it everything it cannot do. All right. The construction schema is just a fancy word for filing. Okay, how do you file the data? Okay, for integrations, harness logic. See, we're already 60% of the build there, y'all. And that's just from being prepared. And I didn't do this in a lot of my beginning builds, and you just won't know what you don't know, bro. I mean, like, you don't know what you don't know, bro. So after trial and error and just grinding has gotten me to the point where, okay, now I can build like some pretty sophisticated software and design and systems pretty quickly. Okay, and I can charge a nice ticket for it. Because what they're paying to get it, they're going to like 10x. And this is another big thing for us, is that we get the sites. So we're going to have 30 to 50 different construction sites and GCs using this system, and the data that we are getting will then enable us to offer really specific large language models to construction businesses. It always talking about what it can't do. Yeah, yes, you can. Hmm. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna talk my shit a little bit with, or should I just do that in the IDE for you guys? Kind of show y'all how I do it in there. I gotta find out what Jonas is. Okay, so yeah. So the easiest way that I always do it, y'all, I just consult with either Chat GPT or Claude. Kind of like to keep them, or Gemini. I like to keep them all open. Okay. Let's say I want you to go ahead and parse this document and explain to me what Jonas is. Like, what is Jonas? Did I not keep it? I want you to parse this document and tell me what Jonas is. What is Jonas? Okay, so we'll send it here. GPT-5. Yeah, we'll go with GPT-5. That's good. Put it in Claude as well. Now I'm going to stay on this interface, but we could just do 3.1 to be honest with you. Okay, I need you to search the internet and find all information about Jonas and their API. How can like their document, if there is an ability for existing clients to have access to the API and endpoints. You can also be able to see like the responses that each large language model gives you, and then you can kind of be able to say, okay, I like this model and how they respond to these questions. I like this model and how it responds to this question. So another big one that you always kind of want to keep up is that perplexity, and you want to keep perplexity up when it comes to like um real world data right now, official, sourced, and ready, because Gemini, Claude, and ChatGPT are they're not, let's say, quote unquote current. Their model, foundational model. They train it like every year or two. I can't really remember now, and don't quote me on that. Let me see. When do frontier models train their foundational models? Or should I say how often? So months. How often? Yeah, 3 to 6 months. I got me a GP. Exactly. All right, cool. Let me email, bro. Okay, I had to email, bro, right quick. Okay. Why am my font so small over here? What the heck? Okay, sent them that. Fifth thread. Consider non-negotiable. Oh, sorry. So let's go ahead. Give me a list of what you think should be inside the scope of the first build or the pilot scope, and then what you would consider not to be a part of the pilot scope. Give me very concise reasons of why you believe or why you don't believe, certain features are non-negotiable for either build time frames, because I honestly believe that we can have a lot more in this initial pilot build and just only have some of those highly sensitive items maybe pushed to a different scope. But I'm really just not trying to do that. I'm trying to get it all complete and thoroughly built now. So we need to figure out a way to either make sure it's 95% done and then we only got like 5% left maybe, or figure out how to do it all right now. No doubt. You know, I could honestly be here as well. This is gonna be a beach, y'all. Just learn. It's my educational software I got coming out for kids. I got to push that PR right now. As a matter of fact, for all you guys don't know, PR is just a pull request. So when you're doing, when you are building, where is that at? Where is that at? Is this it? Yeah, I think this is it. Okay. Is this it? That's not it. So when you're building, even in teams, okay, so if you got multiple engineers developing software and stuff like that, you can't have like multiple people working on different features, but then trying to push it to the main code at once. Okay, especially when your code or your software is actually being used by real people, because you don't want to mess around and like be coding on the main branch is what they like to call it. You don't want to be coding on the main branch, something go crazy because you're doing it with AI, something go crazy and then like lock all your people out, stuff like you want to keep the customer experience at a high level. So what you do is we build like let's just say different branches. So you got the main branch, and then you may take a branch off this way and start building a feature out or correction or errors, whatever it is over here. Once you get it all the way working over here, then you put it to the main, but you don't actually integrate it or merge it until you come here and you get what is called a PR request. So sending it to the main is called a PR request, a pull request. Hey, this is what I just built. It's working. This is what it all is. Can I move forward? Where the fuck is this app at? This not it? It's got to be it. Why are there no pull requests in here? Okay. Okay, let's get the pull request. Oh, that's this shit. They probably already compacted. Duh. Oh no, that's over here. Got them right here. Oh no, I don't like this. Oh no. Oh, no. So it didn't actually put the pull request all the way together. Was not written correctly. It was not pushed to the main branch correctly. There's no information in the pull request. I don't know what it's about. I don't know what was changed, why it was changed. It's just a blank request. So we need to update it as soon as possible. Okay, we want to go to railway here. Also, be able to check on our back end. Railway is pretty much where we serve up our back end. So this is where all the plumbing lives for your builds. Exactly. That's what I was thinking. You always talking about you got to be stern with AI. Sometimes it'll tell me like, hey, you've been working all day. like we've done enough today. Let's pick it up tomorrow. I just be like, bro, don't tell me when to stop working, bro. You gonna work until I get tired, and I don't get tired. Okay, not the feature exactly. We build 100% of every workflow, and then the autonomy of it. Yes, exactly. Nice. What? Pilot tracks as built red line status? What the hell does this mean? Always good, y'all, to do this planning before the build. It makes the build so much more easy. Literally, once you get aligned, completely aligned on everything, every aspect, every taxonomy, every schema, every design, every layer, once you get complete alignment with AI on the exact criteria of the build, trust me, the building is not what's hard because you're not going to be doing no goddamn building anyway. You ain't typing it down code. AI typing the code. You have to make sure that whatever the code that AI is typing is the right code. All right. And you're not spending. Oh, shit. Sorry, y'all. My damn my daughter had dropped my headphones the other day, bro. I ain't buying no more headphones. These bitches work perfectly fine. And if I was in that one place where I had to take a fourth vacation, I had to give me some tape and put that bit together. That bit working good. Well, I can hear out of both ears. That bit gonna be here forever. Yes, sir, man. Oh, my wife hot right now because I got my slides, bro. And they might be a little worn, they might be a little worn. They're slides. I'm not what I need to buy some. I don't need to buy no more slides. I don't need to buy no more shoes. I don't even, bro. I spent all my money investing in business and like education. Exactly, which we need. Definitely need CYA paper trail. So, okay, yes, I agree that um, recommendation C, I definitely agree with that. But I also want you to explain these just a little bit more so I understand, as this is a new industry for me. So, and this tech stack is obviously new to me. So I want to make sure that I understand it, how to properly integrate with it and operate with it or around it, and just try to figure out ways to build an effective system. So my question is like, why is this CAD and PDF markup automation? Why is that not able to be built? I don't understand that. Like, we could honestly use, if it's like a data thing, we can honestly just generate, some mock data in order to ensure that the functionality of the workflow or the process or the feature works. Like, we don't have to have the actual real data from the business right now. We need to make sure that when the real data comes in, how is it coming in? Where is it coming in? Where does it go? And how is it manipulated or categorized? So we don't need the actual data from Pretium right now. We just need to make sure that whenever that data does come, that we don't need to realign or re-engineer the system at all. We can just input the data because we've already tested with just mock data. And then I also don't understand this Ignite folder taxonomy and how that's the number one risk. What is that? Why is that a number one risk? Why can we not have our own taxonomy and then just have Ignite, the folder taxonomy, adhere to that? And shit, you with that bullshit sometimes, boy. You got to watch AI, boy, for real. Okay, let me see here. Let's see here. Excuse me, y'all. I'm gonna be going back and forth here. There we go. Don't worry about that. Ain't got nothing to do with you. Don't worry about that. Okay, so here is the PR request, you guys. Properly configured and engineered. Okay. So before, as y'all seen, it was nothing in here. We didn't know what the PR request was about. We didn't know what features were updated, everything like that. I like to have it plain English up front. Let me know what's going on. So when we commit these or we merge these to the main branch, we always have a place of what I like to call reset. Okay, so we can always be able to reset before this fix. Let's say we merge this to the main repository, aka folder. Let's say we push this to the main folder and something breaks in the system. Okay, no worries. We'll just go right back to this point, remove this or the features that were in this PR request, so the functionality of the system returns, and then we can still work on this in a different branch. Okay. But you have to be able to understand what everything is going down, like what happened. So you'll just read through this. I kind of already know, but the reason why I didn't push it through is because there's no telling when I hire on a junior developer and they're going to need to be able to understand all of the PR requests, all of the updates, how the build happens, how the software works. And without a proper PR request engineered and generated, it's just difficult. Okay, so I had deployment error in Vercel. Okay, let's see what's going on here. I could go to Vercel and just knock that off, but I am kind of in the middle of doing the construction IQ. So I'm not going to do that. But in the meantime, let's see. Okay. It's always good too, guys. Whenever the AI or your agent is thinking, for you to actually read everything that it's thinking or everything that it's doing. Because a lot of times you can sit here and kind of interject on builds or features or just actions that it's doing that just doesn't align with what you like wanted to do. And the way to catch that is to actually read while it's coding and going through its thinking. Oh, okay. Getting into all these verticals, I'm really kind of learning a lot of just different shit for different industries and different software solutions for different industries and what they use. Damn. Oh my God, coffee going. Yeah, but we have tools that can draw it, bro. Oh my goodness, this be that bullshit. And you know what? I'm gonna nip this in the butt right now. I'm gonna nip this in the butt right now, you guys. So I'm gonna give you a response that my agent gave me, and it is absolutely correct in what it's saying that large language models can't draw, but large language models can instruct a software or a an application to draw. And I want my agent to always know. So I guess we'll just put it in the claw.md or the memory.md, wherever we need to put it at, for it to always know not to provide recommendations leaning only on its inability to do things, but always come with ways of how it can accomplish or execute the action and how confident it is in executing that action. So I want you to parse the response to understand kind of where I'm coming from, where I know that this agent can instruct or build a script or a code for a software that has the ability to draw, and that I don't want it because this is just too much back and forth that can be avoided, and then the engineering window and the time it takes to actually build the system, the development timeline can be drastically reduced if the agent just comes with what it can do and how it can do it, instead of, hey, I can't do this because I know you can't draw particularly, but you can definitely get a system to draw for you. Okay. translate the limitation into an executable system path. See, software engineers have had a chokehold. Oh, damn. Oh, I was supposed to turn my camera off, y'all. My fault. My shit running hot. Software engineers have had a chokehold on like building and like systems and computers and stuff like that because we didn't have the capability of communicating with software. Okay, the only way we could communicate with computers is through code. If you didn't know that language or you didn't know all of the different coding languages, there's no way for you to communicate. That's just like in real life. You go to a different country, you don't know if you don't know their language, it's going to be very difficult for you to communicate with them. The same way for talking to agents. So that's why understanding how to properly communicate, aka prompting, to large language models is a surefire way to get the response in what you're looking for. So a lot of times I know that I don't understand everything or how to properly instruct my agents, so I always just say, hey, this is what I'm trying to do. I know the agent can do this. Why or how can I instruct it to do that? And this is the terminology. Translate the limitation into an executable, my fault, system path. Yeah, I would have never fucking thought about that. That's why I say, yeah, it got to go in the Claude MD. Okay, so I got some more input from a different coding agent. Let me know if any of this helps, or you can append what you wrote with some of the information or data from its response. I like Gemini because it's so fucking concise and it just is wham bam, thank you, ma'am. But sometimes I just don't be feeling like it'd be enough. I like to consolidate everything. Yes, but I also want you to ensure that whenever this does happen, that it not only fires off as a pair, but it executes 100% of the time. So we need to put some type of harness or process that the agent will know. Okay, I need to call this tool, or I need to call this skill, or I need to call whatever it is right now for this. So we're gonna let that do its thing. We'll come over here and do a little something. It doesn't have a token yet. It's crazy. I gotta get that token, y'all. Can't be showing y'all all of that. That's why I don't be understanding. Like, where the fuck is my API keys at, bro? Oh, it's AI Gateway. This is. Hmm. Okay, let's see what we got here. Well, clearly, I just always say that. Okay, so we got our response here, which is definitely something I was looking for. And then we want to bring in also the document here. Okay. And then it wants us to put this at the end of here. We put it right there. And that is one. Okay, here we go. The hook is a stop hook. Claude Code runs it on every assistant turn. Turn is allowed to end. It reads a finished response. No, I'm good. And then we got the orchestration gate. Now, this is actually, honestly, y'all, how I've been able to build the overall functionality of my development process. Is literally by doing it. Like, you ain't got, there's no quick way of ensuring that your agent has all of the necessary instructions and tools it needs to develop correctly. Okay, now let me read this. Okay, so I want to go ahead and do a similar enhancement for this response from my agent, because I understand exactly what it's saying and how, the taxonomy, like the actual taxonomy of the system is not the main problem. It's the fact that they don't have their shit together. So this person is doing this person is doing that. And how I feel as if we can mitigate that, or how we use mini me to mitigate that, is we determine who can touch what, how they can touch it, and then we build according to what. Okay, so let's just say this. Let's just say that we give permissions to someone right now during the build to test out the workflow and stuff like that, and then Justin says, you know what, we don't want them to have those types of permissions. I feel as if, and I want you to correct me if I'm wrong, it is a lot easier to remove those permissions from a particular role than to wait until all of that is established to then engineer the entire system according to um that, like, overall, or that complete taxonomy understanding. We're gonna see what they say now. Okay, y'all can't get y'all that. What folder should I put it in? I know I got it. Oh, here it is. Oh, can't show y'all that. Won't get me. Oh, sir. What is this called? I'm paid, but this shit getting boring. My son don't even like his new Rick Owen. Oh no, this is a Versal token, not super base. Oh shit. Okay. Oh, hold up. Okay, so .env file, y'all, that is the environment variables. So that's pretty much the tokens, access, everything that you give to agents to be able to execute actions on platforms for you. And I'm big on that. But don't tell me to do nothing. You do it all. I just need to give you the directions on how to do it. That's it. You're asking me to do nothing now. Read. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay, I like that because I was thinking that when I said it too. Like, well, maybe we should honestly just don't give anyone permissions, and then once he says, "Hey, they need permission," then we give it to him like that. The orchestration gate scanned text output. Permissions are a system state invariant. You don't do none of that. The hell, don't you? Where the fuck is? I could have sworn I gave you a token already. Okay. Okay, so I updated the token. Go ahead and try it now. Okay, so I'm going to give you the input from my um, coding agent, and I want you to use it where you can in order to enhance what the permission model, the deny by default, grant of, time box, pilot, elevations, markdown document that you generated. So just use this as something that you can just pick from if you would like. If nothing in it or stuff contradicts or doesn't blend correctly, then we don't have to use it. But whatever you can use that can enhance, use it. The codex is getting better, y'all. For those of you who don't know, that's pretty much the engine of codex. I just feel like from a technical standpoint, like I don't know if I would have to test that out, like do a video about it. I don't know if receiving all of these kind of I would call it die complete, but it could be all the agent needs. I just haven't tested it out. I just feel better, which is crazy because I'm trying to use or trying to humanize a fucking machine, but it just feels better to get more like data and thoroughness. And I always like few shot prompting. Okay, I always like few shot prompting over anything else, y'all. Everything else. Few shot prompting. What is few shot prompting, bro? I got you, don't worry. Few shot prompting is an AI technique where you provide a language model with a few examples, usually 2 to 5 of the tasks you want it to perform. Instead of just giving instructions, you show the AI the exact pattern, tone, or output structure you expect, helping it generate highly accurate and consistent responses. This is very, very important, y'all. That whenever you instruct AI or your large language models, Claude, ChatGPT, I don't care how you're using it, you want to give it examples. Okay, at least I'd like to do 3 to 5 examples of what the right output would look like. If not, you're just allowing it to construct or engineer what it believes is the right output, and the alignment just is never really there for real. For real. Let's see what it says. I had a feeling. Okay, so we ain't gonna rock with it. Okay, we got our full. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Make sure I'm putting in the right thing. I'm saying, y'all, what the fuck is this? Give me that shit I be talking about, boy. Too many tabs open. They go to getting confused. I feel like I can't see that anywhere. The permission model. Oh, this is the previous one. Okay. Damn, I'm tripping, y'all. We putting it all in one. I was like, bro, where the fuck? Where the hell this came from? Okay, so that's what we're doing. I want to say it's number 3. But then we had a few updates. A lot of people be kind of misunderstanding vibe coding, or they believe that vibe coding is like easy. It's easier, okay, but it's definitely not easy. Especially when you're doing like real systems. Like I said, you can do some little rinky dink ass shit all day long, but you building some shit that people paying for. I think it was policy owns behavior. Isn't that what it was? Policy owns behavior, y'all. Yeah, and that goes under if policy can. So it goes right here. Okay, and then we got one more section I seen that we got to add, and one explicit guardrail line to add under the deny default section. Deny default section. Deny default section. Pretty sure that's it, but let's just be thorough. Yep, that's it. Okay. Put that in there, let it do its thing. Okay, as we're going through the hero slice right now. I kind of also want to, we're going to let it do its thing, y'all, but because I was actually going to make this into like a complete long form video, but like I'm working. Fam, I gotta work, fam. You heard me? So like I gotta work on like other builds. Well, not actually other builds, but I gotta work on other um so I need to replace the videos that are at the top of each and every tab that helps advisors be able to understand how to use each tab or the features and functions of each tab, because of how much we have completely updated the system. So I would like to just go ahead and do a complete build out of each video, and I just want to do it tab by tab, and we will review each video before we move forward. So we're going to have a hard gate after each tab. We're going to start at the top tab, which is, I believe, the dashboard, and then we'll generate a video for that, and then we will continue. And I want to use the workflow process that we have for the fix videos skill. It's like a we create videos. I don't know if it's a skill or not, but we create videos whenever we update a feature or fix something, and I want to use that format for the videos for the videos that are in each tab. If you have any questions, let me know, and we can actually load up the grill me skill just to make sure that we are completely aligned. Okay, so I'm going to go to Sonnet for this, you guys, because this isn't heavy reasoning or understanding. I kind of like to always keep the thinking on. I could take it off, but that's really more about context than token usage to me. Okay, you got 15 hours left. Okay, let's see what's going on. I want you to take on all of them. So go ahead and execute the PNPM fix and making it canonical. And then the uncommitted root. Let's go ahead and look into that, because I'm not sure exactly what that means. And I also want you to explain, as if you are explaining to a 5-year-old, what that the optional cleanup that you're suggesting, why we have to do that. What is that doing? What is NPX? What is the package JSON? Package.json? Why is that file or document important? Okay, so we're still building there. Got to go ahead and update some of these ads.
Today, we're making my signature dish, the lead generation package. You'll need $18,000, 12 months of your time, 3 follow-up calls that go to voicemail, and hope. Lots of hope. Combine everything, wait a year, and what you'll get is nothing. Most advisors are paying.
Okay, so what I want to put in there is I'm gonna put in some. That's in a different folder. That's in this folder, I think. Mm-hmm.
And what you'll get is nothing. Most advisors are paying for leads that other advisors.
Where's opacity at? Nah, I'm looking for not camera tracking, not flickers, right? Nah, not relight. Where is opacity at? What is this? Oh, here it is. Okay, where is that? Where is that? I'm gonna just say fuck it. Who cares? I was gonna try to turn down like make it see through. I can't remember how to do it. I haven't done video editing in so long. I can't really remember how I used to do it. Is it the blend? I knew it. Okay, opacity. Here it is. Okay, here's opacity right here.
Combine everything, wait a year, and what you'll get is nothing. Most advisors are paying for leads that other advisors already called, following up manually and wondering why nothing converts. Dartix runs your ad accounts.
Okay, so what we were getting was over here. We were getting some this here is actually a fix. We won't get too deep into that. We'll try to stay as focused on this as possible. Okay. What? I can't open the hooks menu? You just want me to just restart it? It's gonna take me to the terminal though. Okay, well let's try it because I don't know. Let's see. All I'm doing is right. Okay, do I exit now? Maybe? I think that's what it wants me to do. Okay, let's continue grill me. And I opened the hooks menu, but it took me to the terminal, and I don't know if I did that correctly. So I just exited out of this window and then just reopened it. But yeah, let's go ahead and continue with the grill me. And also, while we're doing the grilling, we don't need Opus 8 while we're grilling. Okay, we don't need Opus 8 while we're grilling. We just need Opus 8 to actually execute. I'm going to try to keep those costs down as much as possible. Option B. And also, what is this on? Okay, sign. Love a clean repo. Every tool and every robot that touches your project reads this card first and know what to do. Okay. Oh, it's compacting. I hate compaction. Probably because I went down to Sonnet and compacted. God, I hate compaction. I don't know. Do I want the Rachel voice? She sounds a little robotic, but okay, we'll change it.
You've had a long day, haven't you? It's okay.
Ugh, that sounds so frustrating. I can't believe they dumped.
Effortlessly cool, light, expressive. A little sassy and a hint of sarcasm when needed. Get ready with me to create something awesome.
Why the fuck they would not turn you down? Damn, you louder than a bit.
By repeating what students say.
I'm the go-to support voice trusted by countless brands.
Hi, my name is Lorena, and I love to talk about things that inspire me, such as nature.
If you want to truly understand a culture, look at what...
Okay, so it's been a really fascinating journey. It all started with this tiny idea my sister shared while we were biking.
I don't think I like that either, but
You've had a long day, haven't you?
Ugh, that sounds so frustrating. I can't believe they...
Effortlessly cool, light,
By repeating what students say, teachers can demonstrate.
we'll switch it up. Yes, let's treat the offline first as a hard constraint. No, we definitely want the voice quick mention in the pilot. We want to just go ahead and give supers the ability to type or voice. Does it? I hate it when they ask me these type of questions, but I don't mind. I do not mind doing a little work. Oh, nice. Don't we love that? So it does have one. Okay, so we got one, which is good. So these here, for those who don't know, documentation. So this tells me or my agent how to interact with this software, how to extract data, how to get data, how to push stuff here. So pretty much how to execute actions on this platform. Okay, so we're going to build for so let's just say this. We're going to build for all of these, but our primary path would be to go through the API. Okay, so we want to make sure that we have that accessibility. I just checked, but you can go ahead and deploy 2 agents to the internet right now to parse the Jonas REST API to see if how confident we are in connecting to it and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure we can, but that's just being thorough. And let's just say that they do have a nightly Excel export. Well, then we will have a system that can also adhere to that if that is their workflow or process. And then obviously for no integration, it doesn't matter if we build something or not, because if there's no integration, then we'll just keep or we'll just manage the workflow and approval in-house. So I know I said a hard gate after each video, but so first and foremost, we're not doing all 25 tabs because we are not doing any of the tabs that are in the admin panel. So we'll only be doing the tabs that are advisor facing. And a rejected video, we won't know what a rejected video is until we see it. Okay. So until I see the videos, I won't be able to tell you if it was the narration or if it was the playwright script, because a lot of times the playwright scripts that are initially written, they don't have the scroll effect, the clicking and stuff like that. Okay, so we need to create a document right now and start establishing the questions that we need answered by Justin. As an app user role model, you map groups. Great. All right. So I agree with your recommendation for question 5. Yeah, for the daily report, we are going to create that format for them. Okay, they don't have a corporate template. We will create the template for them, and it will be nice and looking cool and advanced and premium. No, I have not received that email as of yet. Yes, this is good. Nice. You push commits. So yes, I would definitely want it merged into the main, but I want you to explain the difference in the normal merge and then a squash. Like, what's the difference? When will you use one? When do you use the other? Okay, so for question 8, I agree with your assumptions there, but these are questions that we want to put into the Justin questions markdown file, just so we can get the expert and industry input on our assumptions. Okay, so any of our assumptions that we're making or our builds and foundational builds also needs to have, questions within that Justin questions markdown file in order to, let's say, in order to like authorize, but I know that's not the exact term I'm supposed to use or I want to use right now. We want to just make sure that our assumptions were right. Okay. So we don't just want to assume and then not allow Justin to review those assumptions. And then the pilot success metric question 9. I agree that the PO approval cycle time, but there's no telling. Okay. And if we ask Justin, then he's obviously going to say everything, or he may, give us a workflow that he wants. But regardless, we want to have this built in its entirety. Okay, so we're not looking to do just one thing and one thing only, and maybe half-ass everything else. No, we are looking to engineer this entire build all together. Okay, the grill me session is now complete. How long did that take y'all? About an hour or two? It's gonna save you so much time on the back end. Okay, before we produce that, I want you to create me a handoff document, a complete and comprehensive handoff document, so my so the next agent can go ahead and generate that vision markdown file, because your context window is full. And also, are you aware of I won't get into that right now. I'll get into that in just a minute. Oh, here it is. Sorry, y'all. I just got it from right here.
This is your dashboard. Every time you sign in, this is where you start. Mini-Me prepares a daily briefing with your most important actions for today. Review each one and choose what to approve.
No, this is not what I want. The subtitles are late. They're not aligned. And this does not follow the workflow process that is used to create the videos whenever we fix features or update features. What is that? What is that? It's called Now I can't find that bit, boy. Oh, wait, no. That was called like fixed. Feature demo recording. Okay, always want to start in another context window whenever. That's just because like agents, whenever the context window starts to get full, like the effectiveness starts to degrade a lot. Trying to compact and push all this information and then summarize it. But in that summarization, like certain steps are missing and stuff like that. So you don't want to go through that type of shit. Okay, now that the vision markdown file is generated, so that grill me session is literally like the that's a pretty big section, and without that initial document that I send for clients to be able to I don't know if I have it pulled. Yeah, I didn't pull it up. In order for them to be able to answer the questions that we need, that makes that process so long and drawn out, bro. It's so crazy. So you want to make sure that you're always scoping out the project. Okay, let's go ahead and do this PR request. Okay, so now you see that we have the update from for sale now, and all the checks are passing. So we're going to confirm and merge that, and then that will automatically deploy here. Oh, we got a failure. Let's see what happened. So once again, we got that failure that it mentioned is quite possible to have. So we'll go to the build logs here. We could use a diagnose. I'm not going to use it though. I just go here to options, go to download logs, click JSON, or you can do text, doesn't matter. And then I come to the agent and I say, hey, okay, I merged. But I received the following failure on railway. I'm gonna put those logs in there and let it do its thing. I gotta take my dog out. She gotta use the bathroom. Well, I actually want this to be Opus, to be honest with you guys. So all right, I'll be right back, y'all. I gotta go take my dog, use the bathroom right quick. Finna put on some damn music. Ah, shake that, boy. Wake up. You got your bathroom, bro? Yeah, the hell outside now. Let's see if you can. If you can stand the rain. Today. Yes, ma'am. You doing too much scratching and itching and shit. What the hell you got going on? They trying to tell you. They trying to play in that tall grass. You're not built like that, huh? You're a small dog, bro. You can't be out there. No, what? No, what? That shit just dangerous out there, what? Oh, I got to stretch. My damn back hurt. Okay. We'll use the bathroom right quick, y'all. Be right back. I will be right back. What, you need some water? You got no water over there? Nah, you got water and food. Chill out with all that shaking and all that, bro. Like something wrong with you, bro. Okay, y'all. I'm finna try to bring my whatchamacallit back, y'all. My camera. Hold on.